See, that's the thing. You'd get mad at him for trying to protect himself. Then if the dude were to do absolutely nothing to protect himself from getting hurt by these bitches, then all y'all would blame him and say, oh, well, it's his fault. It's their fault that they got fucked over by these women that wasn't shit, and they gotta blame themselves. You're to blame for fucking with these women that wasn't shit because you didn't protect yourself. That's the thing. Then when you do protect yourself, you get shamed by those very same women who say, well, you don't trust women. You don't trust me. That's the thing. You think every woman is going to be like that, is what they say. You know, they try to shame you out of protecting yourself. So whenever you do get fucked over, then either way it goes, at the end of the day, it's still going to be your fault. And that's just fucked up. And see, that's the thing. He has a very good point, you know, because why should he be the one to try to figure out which one of the women are the good women and which women are the bad women? That's the thing. Which are the good women and the bad women? That's the thing. And fucking playing a guessing game, like, bitch, it's your job to separate yourself from these women so then you don't get called out. That's the thing. Just like whenever good men, you know, just like whenever the good men, you know, they don't have a problem calling out dudes that ain't shit. Not only do we do that, but we also protect women from abusive men and call out other men in defense of women. But whenever it comes a woman's turn to reciprocate that, like, she doesn't even feel like she needs to or have to do that shit. That's the thing. When it's the other way around, she don't feel like she need to do that, and would even get offended that you asked, be incredulous to the fact that she was just asked to do this. That's the thing. Like, men have no problem, you know, protecting women by calling out other men's bullshit in defense of women. But when it comes a woman's turn to do the same thing, nah, she ain't finna do that shit. That's what shows you, for the most part, women only care about themselves, and men do a way better job of caring about women than the other way around, and women do caring about men. That's what that shows. But anyways, moving on to the next post, Kylie writes, honestly, I'm super chill. I would never do that type of evil stuff. I was raised to treat people fairly. Well, first of all, nobody knows the type of woman you are. Even if you say you're super chill. Even if you say you're a good woman. Even if you say you're blah, 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 blah. That's the thing. How the fuck are people supposed to know that you aren't like that? That's the thing. We can't read your mind. For all we know, you could be lying. Why try to shame men for trying to protect themselves against women who do fuck shit if you aren't the type of chick to fuck over dudes like that? That's the thing. Then why get offended? If you're not the type of chick to do shit like that, then why even get offended when men protect themselves from women who are like that? That's the thing. If you're not a woman like that, then you should understand why men would do shit like that to protect themselves and their best interest away from scandalous bitches like this. Especially if you have a brother, a father, a son, or males in your family, you should be more understanding about it instead of getting mad at dudes for attempting to protect themselves against this type of shit. That's the thing. And even if the dudes assume that you are like that, you could just prove them wrong. Hell, make them look stupid, man. That's the thing. Prove to them that you're not like that. Make them look stupid, but you don't want to do that. You just want to sit there and be offended by dudes thinking that you're something you're not. And if you don't feel like you need to prove shit, that's the thing. If you don't feel like you need to prove shit to anyone, then why even get mad? Just shut the fuck up and let them think what they want. If that's the case, that's the thing. Instead of getting mad at the dudes for what they're saying. Just how in the blue fuck are people supposed to know that you are super chill and you don't do that type of evil shit or whatever? I treat people fair. Nobody knows how the fuck you were raised as. Nobody knows you at all. That's the thing. But anyways, she writes in her next post, at Malcolm Turner, being tapped on the shoulder isn't sexual harassment. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. Well, my thing is this, right? You know, you have women defining sexual harassment as anything nowadays. You know, sexual harassment isn't even sexual harassment because of what you did anymore. It's because of how the woman felt. That's the thing. If you tap a woman on the shoulder and she doesn't want to be tapped on the shoulder, she will perceive that as sexual harassment. If she doesn't like you, or if she just finds you socially awkward, or whatever the fuck it is, that's the thing. For whatever reason, that's the thing. So when you say that that's just stupid, that's the thing. You try to make it seem as if women don't get or haven't gotten men in trouble for shoulder tapping. When you have a situation like Vic Mignogna and he's getting in trouble for doing it so little as hugging girls. That's a thing. You know, that to people was sexual harassment, especially in the Kick Vic organization. That's the thing. You know, in this day and age, you talk about somehow that's not sexual harassment. Listen, we've gone so downhill that it's going to come this world, like we're going to come to a world where now shaking a woman's hand is even seen as sexual harassment if your grip is too hard. That's the thing. That's how bad it's gotten. Like the type of shit this world has come to. And you over here trying to make it seem like shoulder tapping wouldn't be viewed by women as sexual harassment. Well, in theory, it shouldn't be seen as that. But to be honest, you know, you trying to make it seem as if women don't get men in trouble over shit like this. Like some shit like this is unheard of. That's the thing. Even when you're trying to understand what men go through and how it's wrong, you yourself as a woman can't even relate, nor do you understand that women have gotten men in trouble. You know, they've got men to lose their jobs, got men arrested for shit that they didn't even do, got men fired, got men thrown in jail, lost all their money, all this shit. Women have gotten men. You want to talk about some how shoulder tapping is a sexual harassment? That's just stupid. Women have gotten men in trouble for less than that. That's the thing. Women have gotten men fucked over. Women have fucked over men's lives for less than that. That's the thing. That you try to say that that's just stupid. What the fuck? Women have gotten men in trouble for less than that. That's the thing. Tapping a girl on the shoulder, being seen as sexual harassment, is not too far-fetched, especially in this Me Too climate that we live in. Get your head out of the clouds. Women have gotten men in trouble for less than that. Yeah, so anyways, Malcolm Towner replies by saying this. Well, sadly, you'll have to go out of your way to show if you want men to trust you. Because with more and more men refusing to be alone in the same room as a woman, at least in the workplace, the pressure is going to fall on women more to show that they're not crazy. You know? And you see, that's the thing. Whenever you have women out here fucking over men's lives and you say that you're not that type of woman, that's the thing. You know, that does shit like, that's the thing. That's the thing. Whenever you have women out here fucking over men's lives and you say you're not that type of woman who does shit like that to men, how the fuck are men supposed to know? How the fuck are men supposed to know that unless you prove it? That's the thing. Like, you see, that's the thing. You know, if I'm a good man, or if I tell women that I'm a good man, that's something that I'm gonna have to prove. Like, I can't just fucking go out telling women that telling women that I'm a good man, but then don't do shit to prove how good of a man I am. That's the thing. Being a good man is something that you show, something that you have to prove through your actions. That's the thing. Just like if you're not the type of woman who fucks dudes over, that's something that you'd have to show through your actions and resolve. Like I said before, men go out of their way to prove to women that they can be trusted. See, that's the thing. You know, women expect men to go hella high water to show that, oh, you know, we're the type of dudes to be trusted. I'm a good man. I call other dudes out on their bullshit and all this shit that we do just to earn women's trust. But when it comes to them doing it back as women, when it comes a woman's turn to reciprocate that, she'll start to get offended, as you will see in the next post. Like, that's the thing. Why is it so hard to ask that a woman go out of her way to prove that she can actually be trusted? Why is that a bad thing? That's the thing. All he's trying to say is separate yourself from women who do those foul things. That's the thing. You say women who do these things are wrong, but you say it without feeling like you have to do anything to separate yourself from them. My thing is, bitch, anyone can say that. Oh, I don't do shit like that to men. I'd never do that to a man. I don't fuck men over like that. I was raised differently. That's the thing. See, any woman can say that shit. That's the thing. And pretend like she's not that type of bitch. Just like any dude can lie and say he's not a cheater. That's the thing. If you have a boyfriend and the dude said that he's not a cheater, that's gonna be something that he have to prove to you. Why the fuck? What sense would it make if you and I were dating and I said I'm not a cheater, and then when you ask me to prove that shit to you, I get offended? The fuck? Really? That's stupid. You know, I'm not a cheater, but I'm not gonna show you my phone to prove to you I'm not a cheater. Like that's the thing. Do that. Any dude with a girlfriend, do that shit and see how well that shit will end for you. See how well that relationship will end for you. That's the thing. Women expect you to go out of your way to do things to prove to them that you can be trusted. But when it's their turn, they don't feel like they gotta prove shit. That's the thing. He'll have to prove to you that he won't, or that he won't cheat on you. That's the thing. Do you understand? Anyways, moving on. Her post reads, excuse me, I don't have to show anyone anything. I don't need men to trust me. I don't even be around men for many reasons. But don't you dare assume that I'm one of these women that go out to ruin men's lives. No one fucking said that you go out and ruin men's lives. No one said that you were like this. Like, who the fuck said you were like this? Jesus Christ, calm the fuck down. What the hell is wrong with you? That's the thing. She just got in her panties. She just got in her feelings very quickly for no reason. Like, what the fuck? Like I said, once again, when it comes a woman's turn to draw the line of demarcation to show that she's not one of those women, you know, that men have no problem. That's the thing. That men have no problem doing. See, that's the thing. When it's her time to draw that line of demarcation to show that she's not one of those women, the very same thing that men have no problem doing with women all the time. But when it comes your turn to do it, now you get offended. Don't you dare assume I'm one of those women. How the fuck are we supposed to know you're not? And even if you feel like you don't have to prove anything to anyone, then why do you even care about what the men say or think about you at all? You see, in theory, you don't have to prove shit, but then at the same time, it would be nice if more women did go out of their way to either call out other women on their bullshit or draw the line of demarcation to separate themselves from these bitches out here fucking these dudes over. That's the thing. Because, you know, it's hoes like this that out here making good women like y'all look bad. Not the dudes for pointing it out. Y'all more upset at the dudes for pointing this shit out. Women like Kylie are more upset at the dudes for pointing this shit out and who are tired of the bullshit than they are of the women who actually do the bullshit that these men complain about so much. That's the thing. You're more upset at the men for calling out the bullshit than the women who do the bullshit to the men. That's the thing. These women who do the bullshit to the men make y'all look bad. That's fucked up. You don't even care about the dudes losing their life behind the shit. All you care about is your feelings. How you feel. My feelings. Like, that's bullshit. Like, your feelings in that very moment trumped. That's the thing. Your feelings trump men getting their lives ruined and fucked up. What do you, like, that's the thing. What do you mean you don't need men to trust you? Motherfucker, no one is saying that. It'd be cool if you did, but you don't have to, you know? No one said you need to prove anything to anyone. And we're not forcing you to do shit against your will. That's the thing. And then you saying, oh, well, I don't have to be around men like that for reasons. And then you say, oh, I don't be around men like that for many reasons. If you're not around all these men like that, why the fuck do you care so much about what it is that men think? That's the thing. How narcissistic and selfish of a human being do you have to be for people that you say that you're not even around like that? You still want them to think highly of you even when you're not there. Like, why do you care so much about the opinions of people that you're not even around? And then you're offended by what they're saying while doing nothing to separate or draw the line of demarcation to prove that you're not one of the people that they talk about. And if you don't feel like they need to do it, why don't you let them think the way they think? Especially if it doesn't bother you like that. Or so you say. That should be all the more reason for you to not care about what these men think, especially if you're saying that you feel like you don't have to prove anything to them. That's the thing. If you're not around all these men like that, why the fuck do you care so much about what it is that men think? But don't you dare assume I'm one of those women that go out to ruin someone's life. That's just not right. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. Well, okay, if you don't feel like you need to prove anything to anyone, well, then why are you getting so offended? That's the thing. When somebody assumes or puts you in a category because you failed to separate yourself from these ratchet hoes, that's the thing. That's why you get lumped in with them. That's the thing. You do nothing to call them out, but then get mad when you get placed in that category as if as if the men were supposed to know that you were not those types of women who do fuck shit like that to men. How the fuck were they supposed to know that shit? What the fuck? Like what she's saying is fucking stupid. Only my kindness and how I was raised to treat people fairly. Like, well, okay, well, bitch, nobody knows how the fuck you were raised to treat others fairly, and nobody knows any of that shit. That's the thing. I'm in this group. I'm in this group for a reason, and I can honestly say that this is a setup. Whatever, man. Malcolm Towner responds by saying, "Whoa, calm down. I was simply speaking in a vacuum, not to you directly. That's the thing. You know, that's the thing. Her problem is like, that's the thing. She sees. This is why. This is why it's so hard to talk to women about shit like this, because it's like women take what you're saying in general and try to personalize it like you're talking about them. And he wasn't even talking about her specifically. He was just speaking in general. And seriously, you got upset at the shit as if you were, as if you're one of the type of bitches that he's talking about. Like, bitch, if it don't apply, then let it fly. Why the fuck are you getting so mad behind the shit that he's saying? Talking about your, like you're getting mad at what he's saying as if he was talking about you, like it applies to you. If you know that you're not that type of woman, then why get offended? It's like if women talk about men who cheat, why am I going to get offended about how they talking about men that cheat? As if they're talking about me. If I'm not a cheater and I don't do that, I was raised differently. That's the thing. How the fuck are they supposed to know that? That's the thing. Like, I get offended by women talking about cheaters, but I'm not a cheater. But then I ain't going to do shit to prove to you I'm not a cheater. I'm not going to show you my phone or nothing. Shit. I'm not, like, I'm just going to get, like, that's the thing. I'm not going to prove to you I'm not, but I'm just going to get offended that you asked. I'm not a cheater, but how dare you accuse me of being one, but I ain't going to let you see my phone to prove to you I didn't cheat. Like, that's the thing. So you want niggas to trust you, and that's it. Fuck out of here, man. Nobody knows you like that. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my goddamn life. That's the thing. Oh, my God. Yeah, so anyways, Malcolm reads, "Whoa, calm down. I was simply speaking in a vacuum, not to you directly. You know, that's the thing." And then she responds by saying, "Well, the way you started the comment was an indirect." And then he responds by saying, "Well, then, I should have not said you as if I was implied you specifically. And for that, I apologize." Man, fuck that shit. Don't apologize to that dumbass. What the fuck is wrong with you apologizing to her? For what? That's the thing. Like, what he was saying made perfect sense and was factual. That's the thing. She didn't even use facts to logically debate what he was saying. You just got offended by what the dude was saying, and then you made that dude apologize. You forced and shamed the dude to apologize for how he felt because you simply got offended over some shit that you misunderstood. That's the thing. You forced dude to apologize over some shit that you misunderstood. Even though what he was saying was right. You got so much in your feelings about what he was saying that you failed to acknowledge the facts and the reality. You didn't even address any of his points he was making. That's the thing. You just simply got offended. And it's like women always feel as if women always feel as if they're being offended by what you say is supposed to trump all of the facts and logic and empirical data that you have to back up any of the shit that you're saying. That's the thing. Her being in her panties about her being in her panties about what you're saying is supposed to trump all that. That's the thing. And dudes, that's the thing. And dude was made to apologize to this bitch over some shit that she misunderstood. Cause she got in her motherfucking feelings. That's the thing. You gonna get in your feelings and somebody got to apologize cause you offended. Even though he wasn't even talking about you. Like, if anything, she should have apologized to him for misunderstanding what he was saying. Like, you didn't even apologize to the dude for misunderstanding what he was saying. But you know, that's the thing. You didn't even like you didn't even apologize to the dude for misunderstanding what he was saying. I would have understood that, but no, the dude had to apologize to her for her misunderstanding what it is that he was saying. That's the thing, which goes back to the original post that Malcolm wrote about how we're gonna come to a world where more and more men are afraid to even want to deal with women, either because of the Me Too false rape allegations and the rise of the Me Too movement, or you have this fucking or you have this motherfucking irrational fear of being too afraid to offend the woman and hurt women's feelings. Oh, if I say this thing, I have to parse out my words because if I say what I really want to say, she's gonna get mad. So let me back down. Let me kiss a woman's ass. And not to say that he was doing that, but my thing is he had a really good point, but he backed out of his shit that he was saying by apologizing to her, man. You don't need to apologize for misunderstanding what she's saying, man. And my thing is I have no personal beef with the woman, or I don't hate her in any way, shape, or form. I just found it to be very irritating because my thing is it's like even the women who claim that they get it, the women who claim that they understand, those women care more about their feelings than what the men are going through. That's the thing. Well, with that said, that's pretty much all I have to say. But until then, I'm out. You already know what it is, man. Underdog, motherfucking soldier, peace in the Middle East. And I don't even know I said that. So, but I'm out for real.